My name is Conrad Steiner. I'm a doctor of medicine. Tonight's story has the title, The Wild Intruder.
Guardian of birth, healer of the sick, comforter of the aged. To the profession of medicine, to the men and women who labor in its cause, this story is dedicated.
Our presentation tonight, the field of surgery. The object in point, a common glass slide. It contains a specimen of tissue from a human body. The case in point, Jane Agnes Caldwell. She's 22 years old. With the exception of the usual childhood diseases, she's never had a sick day in her life. At the moment, Jane is unmarried, but she's just about to change her status. Or she was until a few hours ago.
Dinner's ready.
Smells good. Lamb stew, huh? Well, I'd better enjoy it now. I won't be getting it much longer.
I forgot your napkin.
Yeah, you know, I cut myself. It looks like it stopped now. Hey, what's the matter with your eyes? You ain't been crying, have you?
No, it's the uneasiness, too.
You know, I don't think I slept more than a couple of hours today. Looks like I'm going to have to go back on the day shift, even though it means less money. Jenny, aren't you supposed to be dressed by now? Isn't Sam coming by for you?
Uh-huh.
You better hurry up. I set my clock for that boy. If he sees you looking like that, he might change his mind not to marry you after all. Oh, had a letter from Cousin Maudie today. She can't get out in time for the wedding. Had the brass to want us to change it for a week after next. That's Cousin Money for you, all right. She changed the time for her own funeral if it didn't suit her just right.
I'll get your coffee.
Hey, Janie. Where were you all afternoon? I didn't see you around.
I had a headache. Went for a walk.
Uh-oh. There's Sam. I told you.
Hi.
Hi, Janie. Hi, Mr. Caldwell. Oh, well, look, Janie, if we're going to make the roller derby, we'd better hurry. Special race on tonight. There's bound to be a big crowd.
Sam, I'm sorry. I can't make it tonight. You'll have to excuse me.
Can't make it. Why not?
Well, I just can't make it. That's all there is to it. You'll have to go alone.
What's the matter, honey? Don't you feel well?
Just cold feet, Sam. Her mother had the same thing. Women. They work their heads off to get a guy to marry them. Comes time for the ceremony, and what happens? They fall apart.
Can I talk to you outside for a minute?
Sure.
I'm going to get my jacket or I'll miss the bus.
Janie, is there something wrong, honey? I never saw you like this.
I've never been like this before, Sam. There's no sense in putting it off. I may as well tell you now and get it over with.
Well, what do you mean? Tell me what?
Sam, I can't marry you. I can't ever marry you.
What's the matter with you, honey? Did I do something wrong?
No.
All right, then what is that?
It's nothing to do with you. It's me.
You mean you don't love me?
Now, will you listen to me, Sam? It's not what you think. I just can't marry anybody. Sam, I'm sick. There's something wrong with me.
What do you mean, sick? What's the matter with you?
I've got a lump in my chest.
What's it supposed to be?
It's here inside my breast. I talked to Angie Sherwood this afternoon. Her mother had it. My aunt had it, too. She finally died of it.
Died of what?
Cancer. Now do you understand, Sam? I've got cancer.
Oh, no. It couldn't be, not you.
It's the same as my aunt. Runs in the family, I guess.
Is that what the doctor told you?
The doctor to tell me what the trouble is, I know.
Look, Janie, you hear a lot about people worrying about this kind of thing, and it means nothing. You've never been sick or anything. It's probably nothing at all.
It was.
All right, there's only one way to find out about it. You see your doctor. Now, you see him tomorrow. All right?
Oh, Jane, sit down, please.
It's cancer, isn't it?
Now, you just relax, Jane. Right at the moment, we're not sure of anything, and we can't be until we do a biopsy.
You'll have to operate. That's what happened to Angie Sherwood's mother.
Now, there's no reason for undue anxiety, Jane. The lump is a warning sign. It may be either benign or malignant. You may be sure we will not remove the breast unless it's absolutely necessary. A biopsy simply means that we remove a small bit of tissue from the growth in your breast and examine it carefully to find out if it's malignant or not. You understand?
I see.
At your age, the odds are all in your favor. But we can't afford to take a chance and do nothing about it.
My girlfriend Angie said if you had it in your family, there's a good chance it'd be passed on to you.
To save a great deal of heartache and misinformation, if people like yourself would talk it over with an MD to begin with. Jane, I'd like you to enter the hospital as soon as possible.
What if it is cancer?
As I told you, the odds are in your favor. But we still can't afford to take a chance.
Look just like Angie's mother. I saw her once. Her whole shoulder, her chest, nothing but a scar. I'd rather be dead than look like that.
People keep telling me they'd rather be dead than any number of things. I'd usually find they'd rather live. In any case, your friend's mother was probably operated on some time ago. We have newer techniques we use now, newer appliances. It'd be almost impossible for anyone to tell. I have one patient who's a professional golfer.
What's it like? I mean, what do you do? I have a right to know.
Naturally. You have a perfect right to know. Now, your tumor is located just about here. Now, if it should prove to be malignant after the biopsy, that's the most favorable location for cure. Now, in case of cancer, we do what is called a radical mastectomy. We make the low incision here.
But if it's just in the breast, why do you take out so much?
Well, for one thing, Jane, carcinoma or cancerous cells
usually follow the line of the lymph glands. So to guard against any possible invasion, we remove most of the tissue in the area under suspicion to catch any of those cells which might have gotten out into the lymph nodes. Now, with this technique, if people would come to us soon enough, we can destroy the trouble before it has a chance to get in. Well, now you know the worst that can happen. And I like to emphasize, there's still a great chance that your trouble's non-malignant.
He's going to be married next week.
Then let's get it over as quickly as possible. I'll make arrangement for you to enter the hospital tomorrow, if you wish.
You think I could marry him like that? If I have the operation?
If you love the boy, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. Call the hospital, please, and make arrangements for Miss Calwell. I'd like to have her admitted tomorrow.
Nice place. Pretty swanky, I'd say. You kids wait here, and I'll go to the desk and see what we have to do.
It'll be all right, Jenny. I'll be out of here in a few days. We'll be a week late. Make your cousin Maud happy, anyway. Got the license all paid up for a week. Got to go through with it.
Sam, you understand how it is, don't you? I mean, if it is cancer, they're going to have to amputate.
Sure, I know.
I've thought it over, Sam, and I've made up my mind. If it does happen, I don't want to marry you.
Look, Jenny.
No, that's fine. I don't want to hear any more about it. If it happens, I don't want you to even come see me. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand. I was scared at first, Jenny. I'll admit it. I'm not scared anymore. Now, how about coming off it? I know it's no picnic, but what are you going to do? Hide your head in the sand? You're not the only one mixed up in this, Jeannie. How about your father? How about me?
I'm the one that's going to have the operation.
And we're going to have to live with you. Have to grow up, honey. Sooner than we figured, I guess. There's only one thing I have to tell you. There's not anything or anybody that's going to change the way I feel about you. And we're going to get married. No matter what.
Thanks anyway.
All right, Frank.
The tissue specimen is brought to the pathology laboratory. Small representative section cut and placed on the freezing platform of the microtome. Jets of carbon dioxide quick freeze the specimen into a solid block. Is shaved by the cutting blade of the microtome into slices only 15 microns in thickness. These microscopic thicknesses are then separated in water. The one chosen is placed on a transparent glass slide, dried and fixed. The water is expressed with absolute alcohol, and the tissue passed through a series of chemical stains, which will render the cell structure visible. Finally, a transparent cover plate is added, and the slide placed on the stage of the microscope. Through its lens, the basic structure of the cell is revealed to the trained eye of the pathologist.
Sorry, George. It's malignant.
New gloves and gown. Redrape for a radical.
I thought you'd be up, Jane. Have your robe on. Be all ready to go. You've got to get up, Jane. Move around. Get your strength back. Your young man's waiting to see you.
I don't want to see him.
Dr. Wilkinson said you could get some sun today. I'm going to take you up on the roof.
I'd just soon stay here if you don't mind.
It's a wonderful day. You get a beautiful view of the city from up there. Jane?
That might not be such a bad idea after all. I've never been up on the roof.
There you are, Jane. You see, isn't it lovely?
Could I have a drink of water? I'm kind of thirsty.
How about some nice orange juice? It's better for you.
Yeah, fine.
I'll be right back.
First clear day we've had this week. Mountains look close enough to reach out and touch, don't they? Why don't you sit down? You look tired. You better close the door, huh? Makes an awful draft. Go ahead, sit down. Mint? Yep. Real nice day. You married? Look, if you don't feel like talking, just tell me to shut up.
I was going to be married.
Still planning on it? Too bad.
He said he wanted to marry me anyway. He was very noble about it.
Aren't you the one who's being noble? I'm married. Got 2 kids. Don't think my wife feels she's making any great sacrifice. Got to take things as they come, that's all. Growing up's a process of learning the things you can't fight.
How long did it take you to learn?
It's not my first time around. This one's mechanical. Lost it about 2 years ago. There's a chance they might be able to fix up a leg for this one so I can walk. If not, well, I guess I'll just have to learn how to be a hot rod in a wheelchair.
You mean it'll go on?
Slow it down a bit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't tell you that just to get sympathy. Just thought maybe it might help.
How did you find out about me?
Nosy.
Have you got it too?
Oh, they call mine Berger's disease. See, there are still a lot of things worse than cancer. Diseases they can't even treat at all. I used to go with a German girl years ago, before I was married. She was a medical technician. Had a favorite quotation. Arabian proverb, I guess it was. I wept because I had no shoes. Then I met a man who had no feet. I used to think that was pretty good even when I had both of mine. You've got to make an adjustment that's difficult for a woman, especially a young woman. It's still not the end of the world. You know, a lot of people lead full lives with much worse conditions. It's not so much how life's presented to you as what you do with it once you've got it. Do you follow?
I'll take that mint now.
Good. Oh, by the way, who's your doctor?
Dr. Wilkinson.
George Wilkinson? Good man. I've seen a lot of his work. Great technique.
You sound like a doctor or something.
Surgeon. At least I used to be. Research now. Working on this. There's still a chance we might be able to beat it. Interesting race, anyway.
Guess you must think I'm pretty much of a coward.
No, not especially. A human being's a mixture of everything. Almost everybody has a bit of courage. A lot more than they ever have a chance to use. I don't think you'll have any trouble at all.
All signed out, Jane, ready to go.
Fine, thank you, Doctor.
I'll change that dressing in a few days. When it's finally removed, I'll want to see you every month. For a while, at least.
Oh, we're getting married the day after tomorrow, Doctor.
And we'd like you to deliver our children for us.
I think it's wonderful news about the wedding. But I wouldn't be in too much of a hurry to have children. Naturally, you have to consider your own personal and religious feelings. But from a purely medical viewpoint, I think it'd be much better to wait.
You mean if there are any cancer cells left, pregnancy might make them grow? But wouldn't they grow anyway? I've been trying to find out all I could about this, and I'd like to know what to expect.
Yes, eventually they'd grow anyway. But in your case, I'm certain we got them all. I don't think you have anything further to worry about. But you've heard it before. In medicine, nothing's absolutely certain.
I don't mean to be a bad patient, Doctor, but I've thought a lot about it, and I've talked to Sam, and well, we both want a big family, and we don't know how long I might have, but whatever it is, we want to live it up. We want to have a house and a family and fun, and lots of it.
I'll walk down to the elevator with you. Want a wheelchair?
I feel fine.
If all our patients were like you, everybody'd want to be a doctor.
Hey, aren't you going to wait and say goodbye to me?
Hi.
Hi, George. So, this is the lucky day, the big day, huh?
Yes, this is it. Dr. Kovac, I'd like you to meet Sam.
Hello, Doctor.
It's a pleasure, Sam. You're a lucky guy. Congratulations.
Bye.
Lots of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Say, have you got that memorized?
I wept because I had no shoes. And then I met a man who had no feet. Goodbye.
There are many diseases far more terrible than cancer. Diseases whose nature and treatment are both unknown. But the term cancer inspires a kind of paralyzing fear which can be more deadly than cancer itself. Delay in diagnosis is the difference between life and death. The cause of cancer is unknown. The treatment is known. That treatment must be violent sometimes, because cancer is a violent disease. But a scar is a small price to pay for a life.